All right, thanks for the update. Of course, it's posthumous honor as no longer those four are with us today. Well, developing now, the Senate prepares to take up the nearly $2 trillion Build Back Better plan. The House did pass it last week. And to discuss that and more with national politics, we are joined by the former state Senate President of Florida, Mike Herodopoulos. Mike, good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend.
We did, Ryan. Good morning to you as well.
So let's start there at the House. They passed the big spending plan. It was a very close vote. Now it's got a more difficult challenge here when we move to the Senate.
That's right. It's $2 trillion in new spending out of Washington, D.C. This is on top of the $1.2 trillion they chose to spend last week on what is called the infrastructure bill. This will dramatically expand the social welfare program in the United States. Some people see this as a safety net. Some people see it as a rise in socialism. But this is a big win for Nancy Pelosi and her liberal group in the House of Representatives because they're very fearful that they might actually lose control of the House. They want to get this passed and hopefully pass it in the Senate before they lose control of the House of Representatives next year.
Mike, last week we had two trials that certainly are racially charged in many ways. One of them ended with the Rittenhouse trial, and we saw strong emotions on both sides. What's your read on this? I mean, this is one of those that a lot of strong opinions do come out after a verdict like this.
First of all, it's a tragedy of the highest order that really should have never taken place. This is why government leadership is so important. If the governor of the state of Wisconsin probably had stepped in earlier, you wouldn't have had those riots and so forth. But the terrible incident happened. You saw the very emotional trial last week, including with the not guilty verdict for the young man, Mr. Rittenhouse. And what most people who I talked to said, when you look at the video, though everyone agrees he never should have been there, he had the right to defend himself, and that's when all the facts came in, despite some of the prosecutorial, let's say, unique conduct. They came out and said, you know what? The guy defended himself against some people who wanted to do him harm. He has every right to do so, and they found him not guilty. And that's just how our justice system works. So I think now, a lot of people are worried about some of the after effects of it, as we might see in Wisconsin and other hot spots across the country.
Yeah, he's going to sit down with Tucker Carlson tonight. Looking forward to seeing that interview. Meanwhile, let's talk about Biden polling numbers. They continue to fall. This is certainly not good news. He's got a couple wins, the president has, but they have not helped the numbers recently.
No, he's down into the high 30s right now. The only thing he's happy about is the fact that his vice president actually has lower approval ratings. It's a tough slide for the president as he just celebrated his 79th birthday. The challenge that he's facing, as we all are facing right now, is the issue of inflation. This on top of the debacle at the border and, of course, the terrible situation in Afghanistan. And not everybody's on board with these new bills that are passed in the Congress. They think that it's expanding the government too far, too fast, and it's helping to force the inflation rates to rise. And so these challenges are ahead. Again, we're all rooting for the president to succeed because we all succeed when he succeeds. But right now, the American public's very concerned with the direction of the country. They think it's going too far left in a very perilous time.
Mike, in just 15 seconds, shoes on the other foot. Before we saw as President Trump's numbers went down, Republicans retiring. Now we're seeing Democrats retiring as well.
We are. Again, the expectation is that the House of Representatives will be taken over by the Republicans, and so a lot of these longstanding members are on their way out. It should be a very competitive next year, as evidenced in last week's results in Virginia and New Jersey.
Got to leave it there. We'll talk some state issues in the 8 o'clock. Mike, good to see you. We'll see you here in an hour.
Thank you, Ryan.
Let's talk about football news now. Former